Well. I don't know what's going on with this timing tonight here. It says waiting for me, and I didn't have the schedule till 7:15. It was on there before 7 o'clock. What's up there? I'm bothered. What you doing? What's that baby boy doing? Well, I'm gonna figure this out here. So things screwed up. Shucks. I might have to let me see. Might have to do this all over again. Let me see. Yeah, I think my battery went dead last time you were on there. I didn't even pick that avatar thing, so I don't know what the hell's going on with this. Since it's live. All right, well. Let me see. I didn't get the countdown on the video like last time. Oh, now it is. Now here it is. Maybe it's because I did something, but now it's good. It didn't have the volume on the still picture. It should be good now. Yeah. You and I don't know if everybody's gonna be around today. What have I been doing lately? I don't know. Are you living in Washington State still? Hmm. Yeah. How old is he? A month or two? Missouri now. I went back to Missouri, huh? You near the other daughter? You mean the other child? Your other child? Your daughter? Trump is trying to give away so much money for us on Social Security, but they want to deplete the account. That's the objective. They hate to ask their friends. If anybody who makes above 173,100 a year doesn't have to pay into Social Security. FICA. She's in St. Louis. Okay, wait. How close are you there to there? An hour, 2 hours, something like that. You know. Just put your stuff up here. Usually I take my sleepy medicine before I start. Then I usually last an hour and a half. Gypsum City. 2.5. What's a plus? I think. Give me a new computer here, but I got myself a new chair here. Camera's not working, so I can't show you, but it's a leather one. And it's kind of wide. Not while you're sitting in it, but I thought, damn, man, my ass that wide? No. Oh, I don't know where the boys are. Yeah, it's super comfy. I just got a towel over the back of it, because they're walking from outside or sweating all the time. So I don't want to dirty it up, but the other one I had in there was like an office type ventilated. I wanted something more comfortable, and so I was out at one of the stores here. It was 11,000 peso. I don't know what the hell it is. What was it? 20, 40, 80, 160, $800 maybe. Got my phone here and I'm trying to do my math in my head, which I've never been able to do. So, about $200, 198. I didn't have it planned, but I had this big storage. When I first started building this, I got to the part I'm at right now, and I said, "Damn, well, I got some money. I got some more money here." Then I built a little area where I can put a stove and refrigerator, which aren't in there yet. The other side of that was a storage, pretty big too, and bigger than anybody else around here. And I thought, well, I'll cut that in half. Now I'll make a computer room in the corner of the house, and I'll set this up for my son. The room I'm in now for gaming. He needs to interact with his classmates outside of school. We'll do a private one. They always say it's better over here, but I don't know. Around here, it's like you're going to spell, right from wrong. Get that piece of paper, you're in. Here's my link. I'm going to put that in there. Oh, I got some weird ass stuff on. New to streaming or looking to level. Christian had said they took this whole thing away, Greg? They took this the free, what do you call it, out of here? So so I ain't paying no 20 or whatever it is. And then they put the free part back on here and they start advertising or promoting. They'll probably get people like that. What is this here? Man, I don't want to hit nothing and F up my. There we go. That's what was in there. I gotta get me something to sit outside. I look at cardboard, everything was afterthought. It wasn't all done at one time. Design, So it kind of had a pitched roof. Looked kind of odd, that around here aesthetics ain't that's not, nobody worries about aesthetics, how something looks, So I thought, hey, I got some more money. I ran that roof all the way across the front of the house. I got this huge, uh, I don't know what you call it. You can park in it, throw parties or whatever, if it rains, so what? So I'm going to get my, just thought about today. I thought, oh, it's a beautiful morning, afternoon. I get something that I can sit in or whatever, like a hammock or something. Something like that. What's new in Craig's world down there? Down under a Pico beer. He said something he had to go. You didn't get married, Jamie, did you? Or did you? Michael's been on there a couple times. I mean, it's on live streams, but now that I'm here in the Philippines, it's doing different stuff during that time. Sometimes trying to talk to him can be difficult, listening. I think somebody should do one on Saturday nights here, tomorrow night. Today's Friday night here. Okay. Okay. You get your ring out of a box of Cocoa Puff. They used to give away this corniest shit inside those things. Cracker Jacks. Was your boy a 9 pounder or a 10? I'm thinking 10. Uh, just finished, so you went back an hour, huh? Or ahead? 2 hour difference, you must be ahead. I believe they don't have it here. They used to have it. Daylight saving, they stopped it. The only thing that messes me up here is in the morning, the sun will come up an hour earlier. 8. I think I was 8. 8 or 9. All my sisters had 10 pounders. Went back, eh? I hate that going. I'd rather catch the sun at the end of the day. Up by me it was, with the winter. It's like after 3:30, man, it's dark. 4 o'clock, it's dark already in the winter. But it used to feel like forever. But I had this one route where, um, January you start gaining back. Well, after the December 22, you start gaining back time. So, up and through, huh? Oof. So every time I got off the bus on this particular route, the sun hadn't quite set yet. So I knew it was going to be up for a while. Longer. I get cold and dark, man. I get depressed. Here I wear a t-shirt. Kids off for school till third week of July. About 2.5 months. I get up. I wear shorts, slippers, flip flops, chanilas. They call them chanilas. And I get home and I take my shirt back off and I'm in my shorts. I wear pair of jeans, man. I don't know how people could do that here, man. I asked my wife the other day. I said, "Gee," I said, "Don't that isn't that hot?" Apparently not, man. They're used to it. But back 2 hours, man. 2 hours. Wow. Only got an hour up by us. I don't know how that would be down there by you if they eliminated that. Would it get dark too? Get dark too early or later? Too late. Hello, Nanette. Got the apple. Yeah. Yep. My wife and son go to church on that 7-day evangel, whatever the heck it's called. Like, they say you're not supposed to worship a statue or whatever. I have a nephew that's a priest. He told me, forgot how he worded it, but that's not the way you do it. But I said, well, go to your Catholic church here and ask the priest. They won't do it. She doesn't go along when they run all over the like 45. Ugh. Yeah, we've been getting a ton of rain here lately. I mean, hard too, man. They haven't lasted that long. Like sometimes they'll be doing it for 30 hours, but rain hard for like half hour. I might have to get a smaller car so I don't have to take. See, when I have my truck detail, I like to keep it that way. But when it rain like that, I just rather sacrifice another piece of shit that I can drive around. I might get one of those Wegos. I saw this real nice Chinese car company. I think it's BYD, and they got this one. The car comes with no spare tire, but roomier than a Vios, Toyota Vios, and Wego, and all that. And they're only asking. It's an introductory price. It'll go up after a while, but 948,000. That's about 17,917,000 for this car for what this car has. They got white seats though. I don't know, but the higher level one, they got a sunroof, and that one's that'd be about 22. You got to pay for the insurance before you leave. Not like in America, you buy a car here. Insurance is usually aside from the purchase, unless the dealer's got a promo going on. I got this nice shelter in the front now. As soon as I get a camera, well, I got my GoPros that I'm used to using, the 7s. They're all set up, but I have brand new what do you call it? And I haven't, they're beautiful too, man. Gimbals, man. But I haven't one I haven't taken out of the box. The other one I did, but I haven't used it yet. So I just, man, I just get lazy when it comes to that. I really haven't felt like doing that. I'm only doing it. I do this to keep in communication with people and the people I talk to. And since I haven't been doing no videos, it'll allow me to keep the channel again. I don't know how long it is before they shut you off if you don't make a video. Maybe Craig would know that, but I mean, I got about everybody I talked to on my phone, so I call them Messenger. Yeah, if I was at home right now, it'd be what would it be? 7 in the morning, 7:30. Yeah, 7:30. Well, in the morning, 7:38. 5:45. That's still pretty good though, man. Because I'm by me, man. I mean, 4 o'clock in winter, December. I think the longest day of the year is December 22, 21 or 22, and then it slowly picks up minutes as the month goes along. By the end of January, you're at 5 minutes, and minutes are better, and then it picks up. They've been having weird weather back in Wisconsin. And I thought I had the night that the weather's backwards here. Apparently I'm in the rainy season, which would explain the onslaught of freaking storms. It's a wonder here, man. The soil's like sand. It's virtually all sand. So clay, I think clay, got right clay. But so you do make your own hours, Craig, when you're out there? You're the boss of the car, right? I mean, I said 2 hours. My back can't take a plane, man. I'm telling you. We fly from here to Manila is about an hour and 40 minutes. That's enough for me. I'm good. I'll go back and see my kids, but can't take that ride, man. Oh, I was uh, I was in bad shape when I came back last time. Ran into a kid that was from the same town, lives in the same town my wife lived in. That's out of the province, so pretty rare. But I kept asking me if I was all right. Finally I nodded out after 30 some hours. I was snoring. He said all these people were looking at me. But every time the turbulence, man, I just go, oh. Coach, man, coach, oh my God. If you fly coach, go by the emergency door in the middle there. I know it's outside the restrooms, but at least you have opportunity to stand up or stretch your legs. 30. Oh, here we are. 7-day roster off. Okay. 11-day on week rotation. You work days and nights. Is that what kind of rotation you're talking about? I don't mind. The 20 years that I was driving the bus, I never, I worked days all the time because obviously everybody, the kids are in school, and my other two kids were, was into music, and then I coached my son's baseball teams. I mean, I was trading days off and busting my ass. You know, Lee, man. Sometimes I get home at 6 at night or 7. I got to be up at 3. When I went to nights, man, scheduling was it was faster, but there weren't as many people, man. You didn't mind it as much. I was on nights for like the last 2 years I was there. Yeah, that's we got companies here where they or come on here. I mean, in America, you got 7 on, 4 off, 5 on, and 2 off. 7 day stretch. There's a place called Quad Graphics. They make a lot. They print a lot of. They, they stopped printing Blade Boys. The owner didn't want to do that no more. But Quadracini, his name was. He helped put a brand new dome. Before it gets tarnished, that thing shines. But we have one in Milwaukee. One of the it's only eight what are those things called? Basilica in the world, and there's one there in Milwaukee. They built it from these stones that come from a post office in Chicago. These big, huge stones, and that building itself in Chicago wasn't even that old. It was like 30 years old or something. But he donated the restoration. This guy did. I don't know if he died in an airplane crash or had a heart attack, but that's how they did their thing. 6 months, you had to. You'd work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then the other, you'd go from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. 11th a.m. Yeah, we did ours. Well, there they did. That was every other week or every two. But when you're new, like I was in the beginning, the first 10, most of your work came busy times of the day, in the morning and the evening, early, late afternoon, early evening. Like, I'm so glad. That traffic, all that shit that job. That job had me not liking people at all. It was bad enough but one lady, I kept dusting her because they closed the mental health complex. All these people were out in the streets, riding, sleeping on buses. Not too bad, yeah. 10 shifts. Okay. You own that one, or you own your own car, or is that a co-op, or do you work for somebody else? We owned gee, back in the day, we only had like Yellow Cab and Checker was in Chicago. I think Kiko's got something going on with the last kid at home. The only one who isn't in college, I guess, something like that. So I go to this thing now, detox, like your feet. My feet are in terrible shape, but if I stand too long, it gets swells up. So uh, yeah, that's good as long as everybody gets along, right? Everybody shares in the money or something, or you get equal. I suppose that's so it all evens out. You don't have one group or one guy working constant days. Like I said, aside from the morning, in the late afternoon, not as much going on. You have a 12-hour shift on that? 12 hours, yeah. Yeah, I've done that before. I had one, I think it was in my, golly, man, might have been in my 40s. Yeah, it was in my 40s. I had a brand new F-150. And I usually got up about 2 hours before I went in because I had to get myself prepared mentally for the freaking day. It was just, I ain't one of these people get out of bed, put your clothes on, and run. It's- So, yeah, really, yeah, more closest you'd have to work your ass on. So I got up at 2 a.m. I had 4 o'clock call, which is whoever doesn't come in. If there are a lot of people take off, you go out on their work. So because it was a Summerfest, the thing's called, like one of the largest uh, outdoor festivals in the world. 11 days, I think 11. Used to be consecutive, now they're not. Then they take off Fourth of July. But I went in at 2 a.m. I mean, I started at 4 a.m. I worked till 2 the following morning. And man, on the way home, this, this parkway, it used to be railroad tracks, and they, made a go downtown to relieve the traffic, go along the lake for part of it. That's right. Oh, I took home after taxes one week $1,600. So you can tell how much my taxes were. You know, I don't know what the gross was. Had been 3,000. But you got this spread time, and that's from the time you start till the time you stop. But it was rough on the back too. They got the air ride seats, but believe me, the two chassis, when those things bottom out a fucking hole, oh my god, you feel it, man. Your chair goes all the way bottoms out too. Oh, that hurt. Probably why I got two flat discs on the bottom. But it made me good money though. I was able to retire at 59. I think my dad's oldest brother, my Uncle Gene, was the only one that was in good shape out of the whole family. But me, I got to get out at 48. That, yeah, you do, man. But in America, you got to. I don't know how it works for you, but the more you make, of course, the more you're gonna get taxed. But it your pension is you're increasing your pension and your Social Security. So you know, um, you got guys at work that ask me, he's got a Filipino wife. He said, "Well, we want to get a business started over here. Unless you got a franchise, forget about it. You'll piss your money away." I told the dude, it's getting to him. It got to me too, but I said, bust your ass for 3 years. You got your three highest years, and you're done. Doesn't matter what age you are when you do that. You know, you can get the overtime, but he's kind of a big dude. He does. I don't know, you don't even like doing the 40. But those guys ain't gonna have nothing when they get to that point in their lives. Geez, yeah, it's what you got to keep telling yourself. You're out there working, everybody's enjoying. You're driving along and you see everybody at the park on a picnic with their family. Yeah. Super what? Fun, huh? Yeah, does everybody get the same thing? No, I mean, you know, obviously they're taking money out for that, right? I mean, you're used to what you're used to, but I can tell you, man, I always had my eye on the price since I was 14. You know, my dad only wanted to work for. My dad only worked 40 hours. I remember him when he's at the same factory I was at. He was there 40 years, and he worked 2 days overtime. He was forced, otherwise he didn't because their pension for work for hourly laborers. When he had a setup job like I did, but they only get you $800 a month. Man, if you want your wife to get half of that, you gotta have another 100 or 2 taken out of that. So therein lies the incentive to work as much as you can because your Social Security will be higher. But you want to do any of that shit. My that company now they're out totally out of the city where I worked. I guess they got a little bit of an operation out in North Carolina, but I would have made it to 62 there because they stopped like 4 or 5 about 6 months after I would have turned 62. I've seen people on their interview on TV. They're 70 years old. The only reason they stopped working is because uh, the factory was closed. I mean, I could make more than what they're going to give me in a pension 1 week. I had a good time, but it was a blessing for me actually in disguise because I knew I didn't want to work no shit job. I didn't want to. I didn't want to be one of those people that died trying. Didn't have shit when they quit. So I said, man, I worked a lot of physical jobs. I thought, fuck this, man. I don't want to do this shit. Well, the young guys didn't care. Oh yeah, he did dump 3,000 pound skids a night plus build three 3,000 pound skids. Liquid, bags, 25 pounds, 100 pounds, 50 pounds. I thought, forget that noise, man. I want to do something with the bus though. That it's you gotta have a strong mind to put up with freaking people, man. When somebody comes on there and they look and they know they ain't got enough, but they put on that stupid look. And what does that mean? It says insufficient funds. I'm like, my what I really want to tell them is, are you fucking kidding me, man? You're like that stupid. I give them a look like that. And well, that just means you don't have enough. Oh, it got to a point where I'm driving, and when I would stop and somebody start a story, I just go point like my thumb, go to the back, go ahead, because the county wasn't gonna, the local city government there wasn't gonna, you're not gonna get your ass kicked over $2. So it took me a long time to learn that because I've always been one where if I didn't have it, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. And if I didn't have any money, I'd be embarrassed to ask for a free ride. But weather the storms, there's a lot of bitching and moaning, man, because it takes a lot out of you. I had my kid playing ball. My boss, thank God, he was a great guy. The one I had before he retired at 50. He retired about 4 years after I got there. He got into the he got into what do you call it? He'd buy older places and rehab them. But he got into that like a year or two before the market crashed in 2008. He's my boss for about 7 years. Then, yeah, he's a cool dude. I talked to him once after that. He came to my son's games. He knew. They always told you when you got that job to think of something that makes you happy, so to help you get through the day, because you'd be experiencing all the bullshit and more stress than me, man. We were undefeated one year, never been done before. We did all kinds of stuff, but the moms and dads had no idea what I had to go through to be there. So my father wasn't involved with me in school and shit, all that stuff. So I thought, well, I want to be part of that. So that helped. That helped. But you know, got to leave there earlier. To exception of I don't know about my cousins, my dad's oldest brother, because they lived up in the northern part of the state. I think my Uncle Gene died 4 5 months after my dad. My dad idolized that guy. He looked like Gene Kelly, and because he's making money, got part of his leg blown off in Korea. So he got in the prosthetic limb, artificial limb business, and his wife died of cancer. He married a one that was about 20 years younger than him, and she died too. Every time I saw him, I only saw him a few times, you know, and my dad's family wasn't close at all. This is even worse here. People they'd be sitting outside there, and then when you say bye, they'd just walk away and leave. But my dad idolized him, so Uncle Jim went to Korea. My dad was about 4 years younger than him, or five, something like that. He lived to be 90. He died. My dad was 80. Yeah, five, so about 4 or 5 years. And I used to tell the ex-wife's father, yeah, my dad went in at the end of the war, so he wouldn't have to get, sent over to the war zone. But all those years I've been saying that. It wasn't true. My mom said my dad was sick. He was in the hospital like 2 months. So he missed, being sent over there. But I made it sound like to my ex-wife's father, like my dad was just trying to dodge shit, which I'm sure that dude didn't appreciate. But I got it better than a lot of my cousins, even the cousins that had the money making jobs. One of my dad's sisters, she had 4 kids. Only the oldest kid had a couple sons. As a Mark is my age, he's got money, no kids. Everyone, cousin Pat, no kids. You know, didn't want any. Now they have to, put a will. Man, they only got 2 people to leave it to. Michael, Michael, I was just telling Craig earlier about you doing some live streams again. I'll probably do this for an hour, maybe hour and a half. I got about 45 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. Last week we had a shitload of people here. Jamie was in the background. She got on after this. I left my computer on, you know, so they could talk. But my wife and my son go to church in the morning, so. Saturday too. Sometimes the way they drive around, people drive around here, it drives me up a wall, man. But I was a lot better at it when I first started it because I'm not in a hurry anymore. I don't have to rush. Nobody rushes. Nobody rushes here. What are you doing in Cebu, man? You got that VA thing going on there, Michael? Shabu, that's what I call it. Yeah. Yes. Well, I put this pen in this chair so I wouldn't sit all the way back, but I can't get it out so I can sit up. Had to go give me a tap of kidney. Probably got, oh, yes, it worked listening to us. No, no passport. Oh, I thought you once you got that SRRB, you didn't have to do anything with that no more. This SRV thing, I thought that was just you got it set up and then that was it. Boy, I sure did like going in there and it's when it got down to 2 months, it got ridiculous. I get my first renewal, I got to 6 months. Then I went back in there. I thought that was different with the SRRB. I went back in there and I said, yeah, I'll take another 6 months. No, I'll only do two. That was a pain in the ass. After I did all, I get my permanent one pretty soon. But I went in there, you got to report once a year, go in with immigration. 350, 354 pesos, something like that. I think 352. Like I'm thinking, oh man, this can't charge me 3,000, is it? But if I lived up in Manila, those dudes got to pay 8,000 every 2 months. At least that's what they told me when I was there. It was nice to be back there, man. I was back in, I stayed at the hotel I stayed at when I first met my wife, 2012. First, first trip over there. Yeah, it was cool, man. I liked it. Oh, okay, yeah. They don't have you. They don't have you go down to Manila, huh? I just go there just for the sake of getting out of town. I always like visiting there. Makati, man. Oh, they were building this. They were in the process of building this a condo, one of skyscraper type condos. When I first went there, now it's all done. But a lot of dirt, man. Jesus, you look at when I was staying at the Hotel Manila 101. You look out your window, you see this big cloud over Makati, kind of like LA. Small, of freaking air pollution. You go up to BGC and it's just, yeah. So you got the New is pretty cool in Manila too, because we had an appointment with the people we used. I totally forgot about that. So we're there right away. I think they open up at 8, something like that. And my wife said, "Oh, they don't have our passport here." And that you got to mail it in. I said, "Well, I've done everything I was supposed to do. I'm staying right here." And the guy heard me, and he said, "Well, as he said, as courtesy, I'll start the process here. Do everything you need to do here, and then by the time it gets here, or whatever, then we'll either that or we'll send it back to you." So I totally forgot about that. I'm spazzing. Very cool guy. Most of the folks down there will accommodate you. Being Western or American. So it makes the world go round, man. Nice people. We stayed up there 2 days, 2 or 3 days. I always like to visit there. I really, they got a fast track or fast, like, I don't know, like a fast cat runs out of Cagayan, I think, here in Butuan. Tickets are crazy expensive. You lay over for one night. You lay over in. I don't know if it's in what part of Negro system. They went to Bacolod or before that, and they dock in Manila. If I was a super rich guy, I would have a place there and here. I could rent one up there. Man, they're so freaking small, dude. For the space and the money you spend, all these people that buy them, that and they keep building them. They don't have enough. They don't have enough people, and they still build them. Got some pretty cool looking ones. So 800. Oh, they got this one. I forget what building the guy was in. Something I forget what the Avita Towers or something. One was on the. It's kind of like that house kind of. It had a wall of windows from one side, the wall facing the north, all the way around to the west, and a balcony. And the one that was super laid out had a huge TV, you know. I think it was a one bedroom though. The one even eight or 10 plus stories up higher, the decoration was, I didn't like it. But, man, it reminds me of when I went parasailing in Florida. You go up there, all you got you and the wind, man. You're flying up there where small planes fly. It's really nice. It was really nice. Nice experience. The ex has got all those photos. I took my camera up with me. This is before GoPros. Otherwise, I'd probably had one of those up there. Stay at the who? Copacabana. What kind of joint is that? Just basically a bed? They got one here in Butuan. I could swear it was. I forget what it was called now, but weren't too many people in there, man. Breakfasts were always good. The lady that ran it, the lady that was that did the cooking and all that, I think she was some kind of mid level management, but she had this injury to her eye. She'd always look away. I said, man, you do your job real well here. Everything's good. All I had a room that was like a prison cell. Supposed to have warm water. I had warm water one day, but I didn't come there to stay inside. I didn't come here for that. So now I know my way around here pretty decent down the main roads. I've yet to experiment the side streets, but I wish I would have bought west of here, Libertad, and east on Bayonne. All the big name stores here along that road, all spread out, car dealers, really nice. This guy's just got done last week. The guy, because he mounted when he built the other addition for the storage, it was, I don't know, it was off, man. So it had this floor like it would raise, like a little raise up in the middle and down again. And I thought, well, okay, it's storage. Who gives a shit? So he was getting tired because this guy and his crew has been here 10 months. The other guys were here over a year, because 2 years would have been July. 2 years, it would have been 2 years that the second crew was here. I haven't tallied all the numbers up yet, but he lays another layer of floor concrete in there. So look good, man. Well, man's level. So I had the air conditioner running in there. The door closed. See how it cooled the room down. There's the chutes on the opposite end of by the door. And walk in there, crack, crack, crack. Like reminds me of walking on thin ice. Seeing spider cracks like that all. But nothing can be filled in, or by some tile, because these tiles got a pretty good backing on them, and they're kind of like, it's almost like a chunk of concrete, really. But I want to do that before I put anything in there. That's kind of holding me up. I want to vacate this room here Maybe get a wardrobe closet type thing for all the extra clothes I got. I haven't opened the boxes yet. Wake up, man. It's always good weather, boy. Always good temps, you know. I don't miss winter at all, man. Never liked it in the first place. Copacabana, huh? Well, we stayed at that one because that was the first one we were ever at, and they don't. It's a pretty nice little place, St. Elians. It's in Makati, one a block over. You got money changers. There's a mall there, old one, Glorietta, I think, or something like that. All right, Craig, thanks for stopping. Nice to hear from you. Take no wooden nickels. Well, we don't go up there enough. Otherwise, I'd rent the car. Get them cheap enough. But you can get one for as little as $300 a month. But most of them are at least a 6 month or a year contract. These cats drive these dogs nuts, man. Yeah, but I have other meat too. Chico must have had that thing. I forget what he said he was going to have going on with his kid. I think he's got one daughter at home. I forgot. Maybe get off my lazy ass and order myself a new computer. I'll get it from Amazon. Amazon will deliver it here free. You don't have what I want. I want the one like I got. Finding the right computer with the right speed. Capacity stores very difficult here. I think. I got the fingerprint deal to turn it on. Got kind of spoiled with that. I like the brand, but the only thing that's messed this up is, well, I had a bad habit of, I'm on the computer and I'm consciously going, hey, I'm gonna keep my fingers clean, all this shit. And you end up mucking up these keys. But no, maybe one of you guys out there know. I got those readers that you plug in. When you put one of them in there to suck out all the apps I got on there, just like looking at it now, everything. When you do that, does it leave the one in the computer you're on, or does it take you know all your information and all that stored data? Does it take everything with it, or is it just like kind of copy it? Maybe Mike would know about that. This thing was weird, man. I had it set for 7:15. It went off. I didn't know it. I thought I better get off my other pages I was on. It said everybody, I was on waiting for the yank. I thought, what? Waiting. I wasn't even in that half-hour window when they gave me that notification. Yeah, I was. Let me take that back. this time. Kid goes to we send every day, goes with his mom to this art camp. So, an instructor there, show them. They paint it themselves. Well, that's the only way I could do that up there, Michael. But that one dude, hindsight 2020, never would have had no kids or not all that shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm not going to say that because it would be disrespectful to my children. But if I'd have been a single guy in my life, that I would have cried if I'd have ever had to move out of that place. It was freaking nice, man. Very nice. Jesus, dog burger. I got to get some CCTV. I just won't have any cameras in the house. If it's not hardwired, anybody can view it if they knew what they were doing. But when it outside, somebody's been up on my roof a couple times, but since I can't own a gun or a knife, there's nothing to say I can't buy a baseball bat. I think the guy next to me, either brother-in-law or his partner, whoever, but the guy's got 108 square meters. No, it's a small lot. There's supposed to be a road on the other side of my wall there, but nobody, And they were in there one day. They built this piece of shit, freaking, you would, and everything, every kind of scrap metal or wood they made. And one guy I talked to before, there was a different guy up there. All the other guy was telling him to keep his head down. But I don't know. To go, you talking about a lease or you talking about? Because it's just somewhere like, it's cheap enough to fly there. I've always got a promo going on. Cebu Pacific or I prefer Philippine Airlines, but Philippine Airlines charges more. But there's a lot to do in the city. I mean, especially if I've been in my 40s, boy. Yeah. Getaway, man. I like it up there. I wouldn't mind staying up there. But to send my son to the same school that he has here would be 14,000 US dollars a year. His, I think this coming school year it'll be I think 61,000 pesos, Philippine pesos. So that's 1,000, $1,400, something like that, $1,300 for the whole year. I do what I can for them. You know, all the work and the things I've done, and how much I worked was all for them. I could live anywhere. Doesn't matter. No, I don't have a parking knife. I'm good. I'm talking like home defense because I don't want to stab anybody. I'll smash their melon, man. Just to be prepared. That's all. '60s. When you turn '60s and start getting in your '60s, man, somebody could push you over like a freaking. Yeah, yeah. I need a bolo. Yeah, yeah. I got that in my pants. Yeah. I just for a house like that. That's what I would do. But I mean, man, when you're younger, you go, I ain't gonna let that happen to me. But it does, man. And unless you actively work out, it does. Father Time gets to you. Like, man, I'm sure glad nobody's tried to kick my ass now because that's what I'm saying. You need to forget about that straight up let's duke it out thing, man. You know, but the thing about it around, the Philippines here, there was a guy in General Santos, southern part of Mindanao, and he had businesses. His wife had businesses, so they go along and collect. I forget how many businesses they had. They have like a bank bag, and go around to each location and pick up the money. And of course, they're gonna know, they're gonna follow you, and they kill them and take the money. Most of America there, they'll take it, leave you alone. Not here though. I mean, no, you just can't go around talking like some dumbass, some hey fucker, all kinds of shit. Even though physically or with a weapon could just beat the shit out of somebody, you still got to be smart about all that. Let me see, man. Let me get my drink out of the fridge. How many more months before you come back here, Christian? Oh, retroactive.
How you doing, buddy? Just thought I'd come up and say hello because I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely been a while. I got monetized recently, and right where I got monetized, I celebrated too hard and sprained my knee.
You're monetized.
Yes, and I kind of celebrated too hard and sprained my knee while dancing.
Oh,
Go figure. What a hell of a way to start, am I right?
Did they sell insurance for that?
Huh?
They sell health insurance.
For
YouTube for medical?
I don't know. But I didn't need the insurance. I already had insurance. So, but I didn't really need much for the basis of going to an emergency room. They just asked me to rest it for a couple days or something like that, because it wasn't a very bad sprain. It was just a little sprain, and also it was good. Like, it was not like a bad sprain.
Yeah.
According to them, it was like similar to a torn ligament sort of deal.
Well,
But,
you have something heavy and you twisted it?
like, I was dancing and I turned my knee the wrong way, and then boom, heard the loud crunch. So,
oh my God. Well, that was probably a thing in the happening.
yeah,
That was the final straw for it.
Yeah, so evidently I just, it happened. But either way, I'm done better now. I'm able to sit in my chair. I had to just lay in bed and recover for 3 to 4 days. So,
Give you pills for that? Pain pills?
yeah, I have painkillers right here at the Walgreens brand. Nothing prescribed, because I don't think they need to prescribe anything for that, at least.
Yeah, you got to take it easy with that dog, because you don't want that biting back at you when you get older.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought it would be fine, but takes on, Yeah, I ordered pizza this morning.
Oh,
it's a breakfast pizza.
Yeah, that's all mine are, man. You know what? I used to
you want to see this? Like, I don't mind showing off the pizza. This is something similar to what we used to eat in school, Well, it would be like eggs, the bacon, the cheese sauce.
Domino's?
No, it's actually from a local convenience/food shop called Cumberland Farms.
Well, it's still got to be better than this over here, man.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, where I'm at, anyway.
If you want my opinion, the only thing I don't agree with for what they use for the sausage cheese is they use Velveeta. That's the only thing I don't agree with. But hey, it's good. It is a good pizza. So I've ordered it this is like the third time I've ordered it. So
is it called cheeseburger pizza?
No, it's a breakfast pizza. Like literally eggs, bacon, cheese.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I never seen that one.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. We used to get those served to us at cafeteria food on Fridays in our old school in Vassalboro, Maine. We used to have that every Friday for breakfast in the cafeteria. So
I used to buy when I knew I was going to be out drinking. I was hungry the end of the night.
Yeah.
I'd buy a from a pizzeria. I'm not here.
Well, of course.
Years ago, but I would put it in the fridge because I knew I was going to eat it. I loved eating pizza in the morning.
Oh yeah, of course. That's like the philosophy of pizza, right? You eat it the night before. There's leftovers for the morning. Cold pizza.
I used to look forward to that. Going, man, I'm all set tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, but continue.
Yeah. Retro. Michael said hi.
Hey, Mr. McFarland, how you doing? Good to see you, Mr. McFarland. Good morning, buddy.
Michael McFarland.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about the Irish accent thing you do.
Other places here, there's Gio on the Philippines. He Italian guy, half Italian or all, I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of again to Bacolo, and they got a real good pizza joint there. It's a French guy who runs it.
Oh, a French guy.
Yeah, Pepe Le Pew.
I got something to tell you regarding my heritage. My heritage. I found out that my family is not only Irish, in part my dad's side German. I found out from my grandma regarding her last name being Legendre that our family is also part French Canadian. So, yeah, that was an eye opener. I'm like, sheesh.
You learn how to speak French now, man.
Nah, I don't need to, man.
Blue.
It's like graffiti with Capiton, oui.
Pepe Le Pew, that cartoon, man.
Hold on. Let me do that for you. I can lose that. Pepe Le Pew, you're so beautiful.
You ever see that movie? You ever see that cartoon?
Yeah, of course I did. I grew up watching Boomerang, man.
Okay.
But Do you know what happened to Cartoon Network's channel? They shut down after 26 years.
Who did?
Cartoon Network. I
Oh,
kid you
really?
not. There was posts everywhere
Oh,
about it. It was a
yeah.
bummer.
They
Like a
show
lot.
us other ones. Top Cat.
Yeah. I'm not sure Boomerang is still going on, but yeah, Cartoon Network, they shut down after a long
There
time.
was Rocky and Bullwinkle and
Oh, dude. Let me tell you something. First time I tried weed in Maine, when I was staying there when it was legal, got high as a kite, and the first thing I woke up to in the morning was my mom playing Rocky and Bullwinkle while she was high
oh boy.
on a kite, and waking up in the morning. She was just sitting there in the chair staring at smoking. You know, I say, "Good morning, Mom." She's like, "Good morning, kid. Want to watch some Rocky and Bullwinkle with me?" It was like, I was an adult, but it just brought me back to my childhood. My mom used to hold me and we'd watch cartoons together, It was good. But continue.
Yeah, a lot of good Warner Brothers stuff when I was a kid, man. Man,
yeah.
What line they had? The guy always said, "Heavens to Murgatroyd."
Heavens to Murgatroyd. That was Top Guy, I believe.
Really?
I think that was him. He said, "Heavens to Murgatroyd,"
The Cartoon Network must have had some.
No, they just shut down after years. It's like I don't even know why they shut down. No one knows. No one tried anything.
You can find any information on the internet about that?
I can probably find it out, but not right now. That'll take probably a lot of research, given how vast the Cartoon Network corporation was. So I'll do some research, but I'm pretty sure I have a video on my channel that I've looked it up before on. I'm pretty sure I have a YouTube video when I discussed it there. On my channel, but
might want to get
I'll look it up and at some point I'll give you guys posted. But if I can't get to you, I think the video where I explained it was on my channel somewhere. But to each their own.
I want to get this app called Dan's, and they always show sports. I want to get us so I can watch the Packers play. But, I mean, I sit here and my wife watches
Wait, did you say Packers?
Packers, yeah, Green Bay.
Oh, I think my grand's a fan of the Packers. I think that's one of excuse me, one of our favorite teams.
The French guy?
No, my grandmother, not my grandfather. Yeah, she's the most French you can get, French Canadian you can get. But overall, she's got like 4 favorite teams last night, or 3 or 4. I know she likes the Packers. I know she likes the 49ers. She's definitely a Patriots fan because hell, we're New England.
How old's your grandma?
She just turned 71, I believe.
Okay.
Was it 71 or 70? I have to ask her at some point. She don't mind me asking her age because again, she knows she's old.
I was going to say, hopefully she's older than me because.
Oh yeah, she's like 70 or 71. I don't remember. But my mom's gonna be turning 51 this year, so.
51.
Yeah, and she's still like built like a tank at 51 years old. Like, I got friends on YouTube that are my age and they want to date her for some odd reason.
Oh, that kind of tank. I thought you were gonna
like people be like, ugh. And I'm like, dude, why is everyone like thirsting over my mother? That's weird.
Yeah. What are you gonna do there?
I mean, it's like So, but yeah, I wanted to explain to you about me getting monetized. It was crazy. Yeah, I was, typical work day, woke up, blah, blah, blah. And I usually check my Gmails and stuff to see if I got Cash App donations or whatever. But anyway, I look at this, it says, congratulations, you qualify, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, how, though? At first, I was a little bit skeptical because I knew I needed a bunch of watch hours. I look at my watch hours, see that I qualify, I'm like, boo, yeah. Like, somebody just won the lottery and they just won the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? So I just jumped in the air, damn near tripped over myself, ran downstairs, and this is before the knee injury. And I was calling my mother, called friends and all that, and I'm like, dude.
I thought you were going to say tripped over your dick.
You're funny, man. I like your humor. You got like that New England style here, that northern style.
Every once in a while.
Hey, this is called sarcasm, man.
Parking on the corner.
Park the car and give the man a quarter. Or do it. Though I've told I was on a panel one time, and actually it was yesterday. It was on my friend Old Wolf's panel. He's like a comic book reviewer dude. He's he's part of the Retroverse. So is that Miss Ami? No, it's somebody else.
That's our favorite girl here.
Avocado?
No, well, that's just her channel name. Or
oh, she seems nice. Hello.
Yeah, she's had a baby.
Oh, cool! Congrats.
A month ago, 2 months.
Yeah. Not sure how educated you are on the Doom games, Mr. Yank. But yesterday was the official release day of the newer Doom game called Doom Dark Ages, and for yesterday to promote that, I played Doom 64, which is the original Doom game for Nintendo 64. And guess what? I completed Doom 64 after playing it for so long. But here's the thing, and it was kind of confusing because when I started playing, I only did 2 of the levels that were available on my gameplay yesterday. I played level 24. I started, but the reason why there were only 2 levels available was because I started at level 24 in the game, but somehow jumped like 4 levels up to level 28. I'm like, how the hell? So it didn't bother me. I just went with it. So, and
my son, 10 years old, he forgot his password. We didn't want him doing it. He was playing all these games, man. You know, and he had 2,800 subs.
Oh, you mean password for his channel or password for the game itself?
For whatever. He knows all the history of this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, your son seems not very smart.
He is.
Well, yeah, but he is. I give him credit.
I'm like, well, you got 2,800. I got 993.
Well, yeah, I got you. I've got only my sub count is not as good as you guys. I've only got 1,623, so I'm still working on it. You know, I actually turned off my super chats because I don't really need the money. I just need because I don't. Again, I'm humble. You know, I don't need that kind of cash. And the only thing I left on was my my memberships, and even then, I'm not collecting them. I'm doing what Michael's doing, kind of letting it sit. So, because all I want is people to use my super like custom emojis I made. Dude, I got some custom emojis I made that like I made some custom emojis that are perfect for the channel to kind of reference everything I've said on the channel, like like the friggin' Bob bit regarding the alien. Whenever I'm playing a video game, I say Bornkum a lot, and it shows like a PNG image of me going like this with the Nerf gun, and I'm like a weird cross-eyed face. I've got the I like cheese quote that I usually say on some of you guys' channels, and then what's the 4th one? There was another one. Oh yeah, the 4th one I included the Boston Tea Time super sticker. Yeah, exactly. Y'all know what that is. So
Boston. Oh, geez.
Boston Tea. Yeah.
I'm gonna get going now.
What did she say? She said, "I miss playing video games. As I get older, I find it so much better just to So what you saying, Yank? You have to get going.
Look at the lawn out the window, boy. You sound like I used to when I was in my 30s, man. Yeah, I'm on a limit. I'm putting myself on an hour and a half limit now. And then
so you're gonna get going.
Yeah, I got to take the wife and son to church in the morning. So.
Yeah, no worries. I kind of figured just stop on here while I do something.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, good to see you, man. I hope you and your son have a good day. And also, I'm looking forward to my recovery. It's already recovered a lot, my knee. But so.
Well, you come on anytime you like. I always be here.
Oh yeah, I'll do what I can. You know, I'm a busy guy. You know.
All right, dude.
But yeah, you take care, okay, buddy? Good to see you. Happy Friday, TGIF, brother.
All right.
By the way, before you go, regarding the guy I was on panel with last night, his name is also Tony. But you spell your name Toni. He spells it with a Y at the end.
No. I spent it with I use a Y. Teal and I is it's a
So why did
girl's name.
why did someone type in the chat with an I? It probably was a mistake.
Yeah, Teal and I is a woman's name for Tony.
Oh, sorry. So I didn't know.
Yeah,
My bad. But yeah,
just
regardless, the guy I was on with last night. His name's
different
Tony as well.
plumbing, man.
Tony, man.
All right, guys.
And my neighbor is also named Tony. I'll look at him when he wakes up and go, "Hey, Tony, how you doing?"
You can't forgive me then, huh?
Yeah, I'll see you later, buddy.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming tonight, and see you back next week. Don't be late. Bye.